why today we are celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Declaration of Human Rights. And one of those actions, once the UN had been reformed at the end of the Second World War, was to say something very important. Yes, I know for some of you it's way back in time, but many countries have been in war, they've been fighting, killing each other, and we have seen the worst horrors of what human people can do to other human beings. So this Declaration of Human Rights arose from heartfelt desire that many people and nations were saying, we never wanted this to happen again. We don't want this to happen again. Because each person matters. He has value. And yet, I'm afraid we still continue to do it today. You know, at the heart of the Declaration of Human Rights, adopted in 1948, and Article 1 says these wonderful words: all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit indeed of brotherhood. So this article has been translated in well over 300 languages. Unfortunately, though translated in many languages, we still do not deliver. We still don't behave as if that's the case for everybody. And of course, you know, during the Second World War, where Jews were treated, and that wonderful Holocaust, you know, 6 million experiencing horrendous abuse of what it is they to be children of God. And unfortunately, in spite of all of that, we still see this trouble today. Economic exploitation, trafficking, sexual abuse. Most people in the world cry and they say, when will this stop? We hear it all the time. Now, there's still many top dogs and no rights people in the world. Did you know Human Amnesty International said in its reports that actually there are very, very few countries where this doesn't happen. Take a child in West Africa, you know, who was sold to a farmer, an Ivory Coast, for £25 only to be a slave to collect cocoa beans. Child sold. What about the Declaration of Human Rights? These children can't escape, and it's estimated about 12,000 children working like this on cocoa farms in Ivory Coast. Many children don't go to school. A number of them. You've been studying about them in your activity park about rights. Things happening to many, many of our children. Appalling abuse of human rights in Zimbabwe at present, where people have no food, where cholera has actually broken out. The other government still says, well, we're still in power. What are we going to do? Well, Jack Apanju was judged the human rights points. Many of you have been reading about him. A good example. 3.5 years he suffered human rights abuse. Why? Because of his poetry. Things he wrote in a book. Chameleons and Gods. I never thought that writing would lead you into trouble. And one of the problems I think about human rights is that often we're very happy to seek rights for ourselves, but not for another. And that young man to me was a good example. He gets his streets, he hands them over. Is it just him, but for other people to enjoy and benefit the same rights as we got? Are we prepared not only to have our own education, but actually need it to be for other people? Because the Bible is very clear that God is a God of justice. Now listen what one prophet in our book said, that those who sell the righteous for silver and the needy for a pair of sandals, this God of justice is going to let justice roll down and righteousness like flowing streams. It may take a long time, but friends, I want to tell you, we should be people who are doing it for the benefit of other people. The question is, one human being can do to another can be awful. This is how the Nazis got away with it. As I said earlier on, 106 million Jews. And even today, groups of people are denied their freedom simply because others fear them. Take those people who are being held in Guantanamo Bay today. Think of Palestinian children growing up with huge resentment because of a dividing wall, supposedly built to keep people safe. Now separate them from families, from home. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth will make the world blind and toothless. So say Topo in The Fiddle on the Roof. Israelis living in fear because of the threat of possible suicide bombers. What's happened? Why can't they live in peace? And against all of this, the major faiths, including Christianity, start with a golden rule, and it is this: do to others that which you wish them to do to you. So dear friends, this is a great moment for all of us. A message, young people here today, to remember that this is your world, this is our world, and we can make a difference. We can live as those who day by day know that it actually costs something for us to be loving. It costs something for us to be kind. Supposing you had a brother who is a top footballer and you share the same bedroom, and you know there is the FA Cup final the following morning. You share the same bedroom, and he wants to go to bed very early at 8 o'clock, so that tomorrow he can be fit to play the FA Cup final. But you come in and you say to yourself, I would have to listen to some music, so you turn on the music loud, and you want to have a party all night. Do you think that's a good thing to do? How many think that would be good to disturb your brothers playing the FA Cup final tomorrow? No, none of it. Because you see, you've got to be willing to make space for the other. And sometimes, my human rights, if I'm not careful, can hinder another person. What I've got to remember is to meet somebody somewhere in the middle. Because if I don't, I may actually not carry out what I want. So today I want it to be a message of hope, not of selfishness, a message of love, a message of commitment that you will be the children of the world who say to us adults, we're not living the way we should live. There is a better way. Treat other people as you want them to treat you. What is the golden rule? Treat. Tell me, treat. Come on, tell me, treat. Us. Yes, and you want them to treat you. Come on, let's say it together. Treat other people